Hey, well, guys, I am back with another video. Keep my promise, which you probably don't know about, or will know about, but you get what I mean. This is another review. Just reviewed Assassination Classroom Season 2, aka the final season. Well, it was great. It was a really good story. And the, the final the final assassination was very emotional. We all knew it was coming, yet still makes you feel emotional. Now, time recorded is already reviewed. I already did my review on season 1, which is coming out on the 20th of March at 12 o'clock UK time. This will be out at 4 o'clock UK time. And my final video on the movie will be out around 8 or around 6 o'clock. All to coincide with the upcoming movie, which is just adapting chapters that were not adapted. Well, the stuff that wasn't adapted were just simple side character focused adventures. They don't have much impact on the plot, which I understand that kind of down. And what I heard, season 2 condensed a lot of the arc, so a lot of the story arcs down. You know, it condensed a lot of stuff down into the final in season 2. Oh, in part 2, they changed the opening to say final season, so second season. Yeah, part 1, as the title say, second season. But when we get a new opening around episode 15, we get a new opening, which changes to say final season. Don't say we're hinting at doing a final season. So let's get into the story. Now, some episodes are taking that more typical episodic stuff. First episode was just again during some last day of summer vacation. Well, last day on the island. You know, Koro Sensei, trying to set up couples. Because he is. That's what we like about him. He's a fun character. After that, we get an episode focused on Kaide. And it's just a fun episode. I've kind of mentioned in my review of season 1. There's a bit of a small running joke for a bit. Where Kaide has a disliking of people with big boobs. Also, we like dislikes big boobs themselves, not the people they're attached to. These are for some funny comedic moments with her. And this episode focuses on her doing her own assassination attempt on Koro Sensei. It's going to make it a giant pudding. So she put a lot of hours of work into. It's a fun episode. Episode 3 actually brings back Itona as one last fight against Koro Sensei. This is after he was played by Shiro, the guy who's Itona's illegal guardian. You know, set a trap by basically asking one of Kawasuma's workers to make, because Cole says he want to catch the culprit because he's obviously being framed. And what was that scene at the start of the episode? They're actually making us think he did it? That's never explained. But it is kind of funny. It is a great, interesting episode where, because how much times he does failed, Shiro abandons him. So yeah, and the tentacles are going out of control. Basically, when the tentacles attach themselves to you, they ask what you desire. And Bell delivered to that desire will cause them to go out of control, possess you. If you do that, you'll be far gone. The only way to stop you will be kill you. Like there's a way of stopping it without when it's not fully possessing you. Once the will's weaker, well, is weaker, they can easily remove it. Just imagine that. Well, they'll take you to the hotel. Close the doors, make you feel fully accepted as Weber Class 3. Class E3. Now a new logo of bandana. And the design of season 1 was kind of pointless. The uniform where he had a scarf, they kind of ditched that. Instead of just giving a bandana. Why with the scarf? I don't know. I think he doesn't really do that much. He does some cool fun moments where he does this, where he ends up just dissing Karasaka. This is a bit of a funny running joke. So he's a full member of Class 3, E3. And here they're having a specific type of competition against Asano, so the principal. After he called Isugai, who basically is actually on the student council and class president. When did we establish that? They either did or I forgot. It's probably a lie. Who knows? Anyway. And imagine take Arsenal down. Let's keep this word. You see the class 3 E3 affected him. We won't see him again though until a little bit later. I take back every word I said about the principal in the last review. Everybody had his own roundabout ways of teaching lessons. But nope. I was wrong. He's an ass. Of course, we found out why later. So for now, let's put a pin in that one. Anyway, we get episode focused on Irina, where the kids try to help her receive a gift from Garasuma. But she ends up picking the kids just because they didn't, give her hopes up. When they actually was trying to help her, she ends up leaving, but she ends up getting abducted by a powerful assassin disguised as a flower guy, who cleverly appeared in the previous episode, where the kids end up using parkour on the roof, where accidentally hurting an old man. So the episode itself, the night ends up bombing a bomb with a young girl named Sakura. No, not this Sakura. A young girl Sakura who coincidentally has pink hair. I don't think that was intentional, but yeah. Well, she was literally tough, and but Lisa helps her. No, she ends up developing a crush on him. So yeah, the flower guy called the ambulance when he accidentally hit the old man. Turns out he's the assassin known as the Reaper. He's dangerous and skilled. I basically kidnapped Irina. Oh, by the way, I think I mentioned this in the previous one, but I checked out the manga, not properly. I just skimmed through the volumes I got, and they call him this bitch with a V. Yellow bitch. Irina Jelovich. They just call him this bitch. I can't tell if they say bitch or vitch in with the Japanese word when they speak in Japanese. Some say bitch, but they can usually say bitch, and that's just the Dutch. Sometimes just mistranslate it. They either use it out for the dub as well. But Miss Bitch is a funny word. It's actually pretty funny, actually. So I think Miss Bitch is quite a good choice, and the name is hilarious. Anyway, kids do their best to go rescue her, but up on a trap. As says, Arena ends up betraying them. They run course, I'd say. He has a cousin of Kawasuma. And the whole thing happens. It's a really great episode. Oh, they're very talking to. Really seems to get it through to her head now. Well, what she assassins do make mistakes, but she's different. Anyway, Ted's come out. Kawasuma ends up coming on top against the Reaper. Oh, no help from Cole Sensei. Not proper help. Not helping him fight more. Did some more, just used one of his tentacles for a sneak attack, for an attack that the Reaper launched. With a dart that would pierce his heart and kill him. But luckily, Cole Sensei used his tentacles to blend in with his body, make it look like the blood was coming out. Clever trick. Also, he actually cut off his own face prior, and the face he has now is a mask. Or his old face, I guess, in. Yeah. Weird. Also, briefly talk about the opening. It's a good opening. He said, right there, unlike previous two seasons, this opening has three versions. Version 1 is before Itama joined the class, which is only around for 3 episodes. Version 2 kicks in right after, until after these 2 episodes, the week episodes. I'll get it out a bit. After everything's taken care of, Arena changes her look, which is pretty interesting. Wearing a mask with even clothes and changing her hairstyle a bit. I like that. It shows how much she's a completely different person now. It's a good change. And, well, she's grown. Kids really care about her. Most good episode focuses on Nagi-san's relationship with his mother, which, how it ends, isn't bad, but I kind of wish they added a little, wish they did something slightly different with it. Basically, Nagi-san's mother is not exactly a sound of mind person, to say the least. She has more toxic behavior. It's a bit more. It's kind of mentally changed, but mental. You know, she's projected what she's projected what she wanted onto Nagisa. You know, and she wanted to go, so that's why that's why she wanted Nagisa's head to be grown out. Somebody he doesn't like. Anyway, tries to talk about when he sees in the fountain or a good mood. She goes crazy and just does this. Not really slamming his head against the table, just more shaking it up and down like it is being smashed. And something like with a bitch like that, he should cut her off. It's just toxic behavior. Being around someone so toxic isn't really good. And how they handle this, she even knows the same part is just because Cole Sensei pretended to be Kawasuma, and then talk back to her in a way. And Nagisa decides what he wants. So that time is to end up forcing Nagisa to try and burn down, to commit arson on the Galaxy building. Yeah. That's how mentally deranged she is, because they come across a assassin, actually a bounty. previously, to the previous incident with the Reaper, council will end up updating the policy with measuring on the high ups to make sure if the kids get hard, the money will not be paid. And they mentioned they go through for their final attempt. Before the deadline, they can't get it by them. After that, once that incident is resolved, we get one last team that make terms. Before everything goes to whack. And as we end a mid-tones episode, we again prove the right. Actually, prove and Arsenal started to come around on them in a way, thinking his models and methods aren't that great. So basically, asked them to take him to basically the school type marks, which they did. Something the principal's furious about. So much he even ended up hitting his own son subconsciously, shaking his hand. It's messed up. So messed up. He did the most fucked up things. Basically, trying to destroy the building. Basically, trying to call Sensei just an assassination in his own right. Basically, he has 4 books with different subjects. Call Sensei reads 3, and he reads 1. There's a catch. There are 4 grenades there. Not the other ones like wards. You get what I mean. Something you see with tear gas, something you see with gas. 3 of them contain, anti-Koro Sensei balls. AKSB. The AKSB, not really gonna give it a name. But yeah. Alright, Koro Sensei did hit with one once. And then what's the 4th one? An actual grenade. Well, that'll kill him if he finds it. Koro Sensei actually the challenge, you see. It's the principal's son. And we actually get his backstory, how he became the way he is today. Also, that class 3 wasn't really a class at all. Before the school even existed, it was just a place that he used to tutor students. Just to teach students. I kind of a cram school, well, the first 3 students, you have 3 students, and he was a good teacher. They really liked him. You really see how different he is too. His hairstyle being slightly different, more like that instead of the tiny appearance he has. It is actually a nice detail. And that's just well hard too. One day one of them ended up committing suicide after being bullied by a bunch of basketball players. And that really affected him. He should change his ways in a way. So to basically change how he looks at things. So that basically more harsher so he can survive in that hellish world. This is how everything that they've been all spawned from just wanting to make sure they survive that world. It's a truly tragic thing. And then recontextualizes the character. Makes it sympathetic and well, Cole says he wants to get through here. He's also much better. On the condition he gets to try and assassinate Cole says anytime he wants. Not only he tries that once throughout the series, sadly. He may do it in the manga, try doesn't want to adapt it, I don't know. But that's why I plan to read the manga when I can. So, yeah. We get some small episodes, but we get some shocking twists. It's just. Oh, fuck. They do not have the episode titles on here. What kind of Blu-ray do not have any episode titles? Okay, but still. Alright. There are some some fun episodes of them. Like Doug's still on show what his career path wants to be. He says he's only good at being an assassin, but goes on his advice and tells him to says there's still time to give some thought before he pushes designs. He'll support whatever he chooses, including becoming an assassin. And all that fiasco. With all that fiascos. There's an episode that reveals a twist in the narrative. So, kind of ends up being something about herself we did not expect. She ends up being, she has tentacles in the back of her neck and attacks Core Sensei. It just ends up being her truth about herself. And Kaide Kayano never existed. It's just a fake name. But her sister name was Agari. I mean, the last name, so Core Sensei knows. She's out to kill Core Sensei because she blames him for her sister's death. The groups after meeting. I guess they were meeting up that day, right? Before the lab exploded. The lab she worked at exploded. Right? Investigating saw her sister dead. Something that looks like Core Sensei in a way. The blood on his hands or tentacles runs away. Also, that Kaide's sister, Agari, actually was Class E3's home teacher last year. Basically, she was only teaching for 2 months at the school before that incident happened. So yeah, discovered things. They had to help. She said everything was all act. Everything she did. She got close to Nagisa because his blood was behind hers. That makes you recontextualize a lot of her coming out moments from the past. It makes you recontextualize a lot of her comedic moments in the past. Like, were they actually comedic? Wasn't she actually being silly? Or were those just an act? See, I like these types of twists. They make you rethink stuff you see in the past. They make you rethink a lot of things. Like, I don't know how other people feel about this twist, but I like it. It just makes you recontextualize the character. See if there's any hints about it at the start. Certainly, the anime actually could have acted since it came out after the manga ended. Don't forget, the anime ran from 2015 to 2016. The manga ran from 2012 to 2014. So the anime had enough time to adapt the add content that's from later on the manga. So if they added some small details about Kaide, we didn't know this. Does she actually hate big boobs, or was that an act too? Again, recontextualize the character. I love it. Oh no, fine. Nice to subdue her in a way by that. Doing what did what Arena told him. The extracts allowed them to move the that makes her pass out and land on the tentacles. Because what really happened though? But they ended up being attacked by Shiro and Shirio's got in a bag. And Shiro uses his identity to be assigned someone called Sensei Yu. And he's out for revenge against Cole Sensei, blaming him for what happened. Kids ask, and Cole Sensei is telling his past. But by the way, the episode of the past starts being told the same episode of the opening debuts. My problem is I think the opening should have debuted a little bit later. You know? They should wait for the opening to be a little bit later. Well, episode 17, I think. Basically, after the flashback portion, the story is over. Because it kind of spoils some things. Like, it spoils quite a bit in the opening. Just for a glimpse. So, if you read the manga, you'll be familiar with this. If you watch the anime, skip the opening for now until you see the entire story. Until those two episodes are over. Because the following episode, the one that finishes the flashback, does not have the opening. Why did they do it for this episode then? I don't get it. So, after that, so, Cole Sensei's original was, well, he didn't have one. Because he was the original Reaper, not that guy, not that faceless guy. Now we learned later that the faceless guy was actually his partner, so he trusted better to betray him. And so that we catch an experiment on by Shiro. And I agree, I don't work in their time because Shiro was a Beyonce arranged marriage type of thing. But he's cruel and abusive towards a horrible person. Ghost Sensei is initially, so basically, as Reaper, he was initially trying to manipulate Aguri. But over time, they end up falling in love. The villain's done. He ends up pushing her away to keep her safe because right now he's got a year to live. He'll die. Oh, and little detail. Cole Sensei is not the one who blew up the moon. That was actually an accident. They see Shiro actually had a mouse on the moon, on a facility on the moon somehow. And well, the tentacles reacted, causing a massive explosion. So we don't have it when Cole Sensei dies. When Cole Sensei will die, actually yes. So yeah. And this all happened 2 weeks before this happened 2 weeks before the incident. For new school year started. So, yeah, after that, he's not going to kill us, but he's killing everyone instantly except that guy. There she's back. The bitch. Sorry. Today, some things happened. Oh, it's mainly my sister's fault. No joke, she is out to blame this time. She was in a grumpy mood earlier today. Honestly. And well, she was looking for her cat Millie. And when she opened my door was a little too quick. I got some stuff there. I don't want to blow over. They can easily, even though they can't get damaged, you're not careful, can be damaged. And then some jump issues are pretty expensive. Those being damaged, she would have to compensate by paying for them. Don't joke. I texted her telling her not to do the next time she opens my door not to do that again. Do like that again. I just called her grumpy as easily. Actually, went off for me. The jerk. She probably went off for me just because I called her grumpy. As a joke. The dumbass calls him grumpy. Dumbass is Patrick. She needs to turn it think a joke. We weren't being serious when we called her grumpy. Just a tease. That's all. Just. And she really pissed me off today. So for once, I'm not to blame this shit. She is. So I'm basically mute to her quite a few things because I don't want to speak to her for a while. Because I doubt she's going to apologize for something she started. God, she pisses me off. I'm going to take a fucking joke. It wasn't even a harmful of a joke. It was a tease. And just said grumpy, not really insulting. Because it was just accurate at the time. No really insult. That's just a tease. That's all. I said she was a bad move. I just called her that jokingly is all. Just a line of mood or something. Wasn't even mad at her for doing that. I just for opening a door like that. I just told her to be careful next time. Basically, anyway. So, yeah, she's a stuck-up bitch. I fucking hate her. I got a grudge for the next few days. Probably will go away, but still, I'm still gonna hold that grudge. This literally was her fault. Anyway, where was I? Well, I got distracted. Goes in his backstory. He just shooting your eye. Here's where he's got that weird eye patch like being on it. But Agri has a coming hugging behind, says the words will reach him. So he doesn't realizing, well, compassion and stuff. But she ends up getting killed by a weapon that was meant for him. As a sensor trigger. So she asks him to teach those students. Oh, yeah. Turns out the tie he was given, tie he wears all the time, was actually from her. I need to learn why his appearance is the way it is. Why? Because he wanted to look different. What's that about that? Because he wished to look weaker, so he'd be able to understand what it's like being weak. His appearance, weird, but kind of unassuming. Oh, that story went off the stairs. Once that situation is over and kindness bow. No, he says it together, everyone together, discussing that. Maybe instead of trying to kill him, they should find a way to save him. Some agree with him, some don't. And that being the split faction. Goes a brief fight between Nagisa and Kana. Kurd Sensei over here. Basically, He has a there's a low contest. Is he something like paintball, you know? It's catching a flag. Well, red versus blue. Blue is the one who does not want to kill Cole Sensei, which is Nagisa's team. And red is, well, always wants to kill him, which is Karma's team. As the game goes on, team does what each team does do their best. So it's just down to Nagisa and Karma. And we get a reason why the friendship happened in the first place and why they were distant before. Mostly end up because they like the same thing. But oh, I don't know. Like about he did belong the same way as Karma. I bet Karma knew that as well as he was distant. But Karma more like was afraid because he felt like hurting Nagisa just because it's just an assassin blood for that. But it's also so yeah, but the friends ended up making up after this. Wow. And Nagisa wins. I think I found a way to save Cole Sensei. You actually need to find research there, which happens to be on the space station. You need a spaceship. So the guy had to go to space. Kami and Nagisa end up going. And they end up calling each other by their proper names this time. They say Cole and stuff, but now they just call them Nagisa and Karma. So, they're in space. And it was so much to get the data. I just feel that there's a type of drug that can might be able to work, that can, even when Cole says it does, it won't cause a big explosion. It won't cause an explosion. And it does have materials. Instead of something like the character of Okuda, yes, made only back in season 1. Like, not joking, I think it was like the 3rd episode. That's the weirdest callback I've ever seen. Like, some of it was meant for comedy. It's just so cut back in around to kind of help out. The guys with the law, so you. I mean, and they have a time limit. They spend the rest of January thinking about it. And they don't come up with a plan by February. We don't find a way of big scope, say Cole Sensei by February. Yeah, they'll just go ahead and assassination. Kids are excited to go do food assassination anyway. You know, this is just all decided. Live that lie. So it's the last day off as we have Valentine's episode. My kindness will be all happening in December. But the summer episode was literally prior to it. Like the summer episode was just prior to that. Which is interesting. So skipping a month. Was that? Nah, I don't know. So a lot of chapters might be before characters like Ritsu, and Itana join the class. So some points in the movie we'll be seeing them there. If depends on what chapters Itana ends up reappearing in as part of Class 3A. Class, you know what I mean? 3E, sorry. Well, let's break. Now he ends up figuring out what he wants to do now. Ends up wants to become a teacher. They are on a break. The governors are launching their plan to assassinate Cole Sensei. Kids raising to stay out of it, and the supervisors them, and they think, as they whoever is blaming Cole Sensei as an evil from the moon. Of course, this is not a bad person. We know that now. The kids will take this line down. as they use their skills, they infiltrate it. Yeah, Cole Sensei. But Cole Sensei still will die. They're giving him a happy birthday song. The last one was given. Well, that's interrupted by Shiro, who that mysterious being calls 2.0, or something. I don't know. And then able to be the copycat, the fake Reaper. Now, beautiful Lord Tentacles was something he willingly had. It's changed over for 3 months. He's more powerful, of course, I'd say. We do a Battle Shonen style clash, in a way. You know, it's not really a Battle Shonen manga. It still has some shonen fights. It was a really interesting fight. Now, Shiro is abusing his own tentacles too. Even basically uses the kids as weakness for Core Sensei. And kind of ends up getting hit, stabbed. Nearly died of his Core Sensei off. But it's a combine of how all his emotions were one epic attack. And well, defeated them. They got what they deserved. An emotional moment between Core Sensei and his former apprentice, his former student. It's kind of an emotional scene. Core Sensei failed. The student Core Sensei failed. Hoping to say to them that I hope they meet in the next life where they won't make the same mistakes again. So, Core Sensei is him. Well, the deadline's here. Is the order to kill him. Has them all taken out as they have to. The one who doesn't have to use the one who has to stab it is Nagisa. These are those emotional events out there. It's one of the most emotional events out there for the cat for them to do this. We knew it was coming, but still emotional to see. As we grown attached to Core Sensei, as a character, he's funny, a lot of funny moments, but he's also a great teacher. So it just makes it more emotional that now they have to kill him. It was a really emotional thing saying goodbye to Core Sensei as he ended song plays in the background. Speaking of that, the fourth opening is weird. The Blu-rays I got were under Funimation at the time before they became Crunchyroll. And showing about all the anime according to the side. Do you even know that in the previous video? Well, it's for some reason the press reopenings of the credits in the opening translated to English, but for the final opening they just left it in Japanese and just translate and just add subtitle translation to it. They got lazy. Like I was only hearing this that it was just I don't know what the hell's going on. What the hell happened? They wouldn't go do it, just leave the credits all in Japanese to be more consistent. Also, one thing that annoys me with some anime, they don't translate the openings. And the openings do not have lyrics to translate what they're saying from Japanese to English. It's just annoying that some of them are inconsistent with that, especially with Funimation. Again, after I'm getting epilogue. So, the egg class is when they come well known. They all are graduating. We're back now. What's happened? Prince Milano ends up stepping down. To do everything. I guess everyone found out what happened. Especially assassination training. Also, I don't know. So, yeah. I just kind of want you to say goodbye to sorry, a place we with since the first episode, and having it gone, I have to say goodbye to it. It's like when I watched the American History of Looney Tunes videos by Kaiser Beam. At the start, early on, there was a studio called Termite Terrace that animated Looney Tunes, and eventually, Termite Terrace ended up closing its doors. About, even though it was only a short amount of videos talked about it, still felt emotional saying goodbye. Since Termite Terrace, sponsored a lot of big classics. Kind of point. So, yeah. After that, we get an epilogue 7 years later. Sees Rena and Karasuma, and they're getting hitched. That's interesting. Seems, I'm not sure. I mean, she is wearing a ring, but yeah. The others have done well. Kylie's back as an actress, since she was probably active deep in, you know what I mean. Everyone's there to help him keep the place clean. As final scenes of the episode focus on Nagisa. Now especially chooses dreams to become each other, but he has been placed in the worst school and class out there for delinquents. But you know, he managed to his skills are being well after they said one of them said they're gonna kill him. Now he says, you're welcome to try until graduation. So we end the episode with him saying the lesson begin. As we get a final card. See, at the end of every episode since season 1, we had a card. We had an end card of Koro Sensei and the number of the next episode. And his final card says, thank you for watching Assassination Classroom. Nisa, just like Koro Sensei, showing he's especially managed to become just like Koro Sensei now, a great teacher. Not perfect, even now, just a great teacher. And a film end. I don't understand why the anime cut those chapters from the series, because they weren't that inconsequential. They were fun chapters, yes, but weren't consequential. That would streamline the series a little better. So I understand if that's right. I don't know. Not read the manga, but I do plan to soon. Oh, we got a movie to adapt those chapters anyway, so we can see those chapters finally animated. And that was Assassination Classroom Season 2, aka final season. Started the series just yesterday. I'm really emotional. I'm only really done with the main series. I still got the movie to go through, 365 days. I was about to check out the live action adaptations and the pilot. Oh, I may check out the pilot tomorrow before the movie. Because this was a great series, and it's sad it's ended. Well, sad as I'm done. Like, makes me emotional, say. Because unlike the other reviews I did, which are still ongoing, I have to say goodbye to this show for now. It makes my heart start throbbing. Sorry, couldn't resist. So, if you want to see the series, you can watch it on Crunchyroll, or buy it, or even a Crunchyroll app, Crunchyroll channel on Amazon Prime. Or buy the Blu-rays or DVDs, or don't want to watch 47 episodes, read the manga. Or like you'll be able to read for that a little quicker through the page count and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe channel. Look shit with the always come to. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next time for 365 days, and maybe the pilot. The pilot will not be a premiere review, it'll be a regular review. As it's sort of prelude to these videos. Yeah, the pilot review will be a prelude to these videos. We'll reviewing the movie. So, yeah, that's what I plan to do. Thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Because you'll see me soon. Kill Phoenix out.